Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you, or to be with you, rather. And I'm honored to be in your homes this morning with this farm report. I'm talking mainly about what we call invasive species this morning. And it seems like every year or so, more and more undetected insects are found in and around our area, and they come in various ways, from being transported in from other states or localities by, say, for instance, in firewood, or even in the tread of trucks and cars coming from a distant state, that kind of thing. One that is of importance of late is the yellow-legged hornet, and it's a new invasive pest to be mindful about and watch out for. It's been detected already in South Carolina. The North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services Plant Industry Division is asking North Carolina residents to be on the lookout for the early stage nest of the yellow-legged hornet. While this invasive hornet species has not been found in North Carolina, it has been collected in Georgia and the southernmost point of South Carolina in 2023 and 2024. The yellow-legged hornet is no more harmful to humans than other hornets, but it can have a devastating impact on both managed and wild bees, especially honeybees. That is why it's a species to watch and be concerned about. To repeat that again, it's no more harmful to the human race, but it can have a devastating effect on the well-being of honeybees. And we are all about saving honeybees and appreciate all that the honeybee does for our food supply. The yellow-legged hornet is native to Southeast Asia and has established itself in most of Europe and areas of the Middle East. The yellow-legged hornet was first detected in the United States in Savannah, Georgia in August of 2023, and was identified across the South Carolina line in Jasper County the following November. The hornet builds egg-shaped paper nests above ground and often in trees. Mature nests can be large and house an average of 6,000 workers. This exotic hornet may be confused with several native insects, including the cicada killer wasp, the bald-faced hornet, paper wasp, queen yellow jackets, wood wasps, and robber flies, but is distinguished from these other stinging insects by its larger size. This spring, yellow-legged hornet embryo nests, also known as stage 1 nests, have been found in both Georgia and South Carolina. Embryo nests are the brownish color of a paper bag and are relatively small, ranging between the size of a ping pong ball and a tennis ball. These smaller early season nests are constructed by hornet queens to initiate new colonies and are usually found in protected places such as the eaves of homes and other structures. As residents are outside in their yards or other areas this spring, it's a good time to look for this pest's early stage nests on the sides of houses, barns, sheds, pump houses, and other structures with eaves. The nests are brown in color compared to the paper gray hornet wasps many people are familiar with. Comparison of embryo nest of yellow-legged hornet and ping pong and pong ball, that is. Let's see. Comparison of embryo nest of the yellow-legged hornet and the ping pong ball. That's the comparison, or the distinction. Is something to look out for and to help with your identity. Anyone who finds a suspected nest or hornet should report their findings along with photos of their regional apiary inspector, or submit via a fillable reporting form. Suspect nests should be left undisturbed to allow for proper disposal by inspectors. To learn more about this hornet, go to Clemson University website. And acknowledgement to the Clemson University of South Carolina, Department of Plant Industry, and the Georgia Department of Agriculture for supporting information and images. So that's just one more thing to consider, to be mindful of, to look out for. But this invasive species situation just continues to escalate. And of late, North Carolina Forest Service has detected what's called the emerald ash borer in 5 new counties in our state. The North Carolina Forest Service has deemed 5 new counties positive for the emerald ash borer. That's abbreviated EAB, and that stands for the emerald ash borer. Newly impacted counties are Anson, Bertie, Duplin, Martin, and Sampson, bringing the number of counties in the state where the tree-killing insect has been detected to 76 counties now. Seasonal trapping for the borer typically runs from late March to early May. During that time, you will be able to extract adult beetles from ash stands, and this has happened in Anson, Bertie, Duplin, and Sampson counties. This is a quote from Jim Moeller, Forest Health Specialist with the North Carolina Forest Service. While we weren't able to physically uncover the insect in Martin County, current signs and symptoms found in ash trees indicate that the European ash borer infestations are already underway. We're going to consider Martin County positive based on these indicators so landowners will know what to expect and can plan accordingly. Among other things that are alarming, what's alarming about this distinction is that Martin County joins Edgecombe, and so it's right in our backyard if this is allowed to manifest. The European ash borer is a metallic green beetle that bores into ash trees and feeds on tissues beneath the bark, ultimately killing the tree. Adult borers lay eggs on the bark of ash trees. When the eggs hatch, the larvae bore into the bark and feed on tissues of the tree. This disrupts the movement of nutrients and water within the tree, causing the tree's slow death, typically in 3 to 5 years. The signs and symptoms of an European ash borer infestation include thinning and dying crowns, increased woodpecker activity that causes the tree to look like it's losing patches of bark, small 1/8 inch D-shaped exit holes where adult beetles emerge from the trees, galleries on the inside of the bark, cream-colored larvae, and epidemic sprouting from the main stem of the tree. Host plants include all native ash trees and native white fringe tree. The Chinese white fringe tree, often planted for ornamental purposes, is believed to be resistant. Adult European ash borer beetles are about a 1/2 inch long and 1/8 inch wide. Under their wing covers, their bodies are a metallic purple-red color. In North Carolina, the adult European ash borer is typically active from late spring to early summer, likely April through June. The European ash borer larva may be found under the bark of the tree most any time during the year. European ash borer has been found now in more than 75% of North Carolina counties, including all of western North Carolina, most of the Piedmont, and continues to track east. The entire state is under a quarantine for European ash borer, which prohibits the movement of ash plant parts, the insect itself, ash nursery stock, and all hardwood firewood into non-quarantine areas such as central Tennessee, most of Alabama, and Florida. The spread of invasive insects in the state is often due to human activity through the transportation of infested wood products such as firewood. It is strongly recommended that people burn local or treated firewood to reduce the spread of invasive pests. The North Carolina Forest Health Branch monitors the spread of invasive pests. People who suspect there is an infested tree in an area near them should contact their county forest ranger, and that is readily available locally. So this is something more to be mindful of, and to remind ourselves that in regard to this invasive species, they have already detected it in Martin County, and Martin County joins Edgecombe. So sadly, I might say it's just a matter of time before we'll have to deal with it as well. I'd like to send a shout out to the benefit of bees now, and talk about them for a moment. Honeybees and other pollinators are essential to the sweet success of North Carolina farms. Soft with fuzzy yellow fur, 2 sets of wings, and dark brown bands in their midsections, honeybees are only 12 to 15 millimeters long, but these tiny insects are hugely important. Though some might see them as stinging pests, bees are a valuable and vital asset to agriculture. North Carolina is home to more than 500 species of native bees, from carpenter bees to minor bees, making them the most prolific pollinators in the state. Their fur collects pollen, allowing the bees to remove large amounts as it sticks to the hair on their legs. In fact, honeybees alone pollinate $15 billion worth of crops annually in the United States, in addition to producing millions of dollars worth of honey. In North Carolina alone, the honeybee is responsible for pollinating cucumbers, blueberries, watermelons, apples, squash, strawberries, melons, and peaches, says Jeff Crane of Cole's Farm in Jacksonville, North Carolina. 1/3 of the food Americans eat comes from crops pollinated by honeybees, including cucumbers, cherries, broccoli, almonds, just to name a few. So this is just an overview, a very brief overview of what honeybees are and the importance of the honeybee to agriculture. Locally in Nash, Edgecombe, Wilson counties, there are many acres of cucumbers, there's some watermelons, and quite a few other truck crops that honeybees contribute to the well-being and the productivity and volume of yield with these various crops. And so we want to keep the honeybees around and available. Some people in associations where they own beehives, and then this time of year put the beehives out and deal with local farmers to pollinate certain crops, and that is somewhat. We have something going on now down in Edgecombe County, or actually it's probably concluded by now, but some young people at one of the county schools have created a community garden, and I'd like to talk about that for a moment. And I want to congratulate these young people because they are growing healthy food and cultivating healthy lifestyles. Planting, cultivating, and harvesting, second graders and pine tops are exploring how food grows in a garden thanks to a partnership with the Pine Tops Community Garden and the Down East Partnership for Children. We are building healthy lifestyles and healthy eating habits by joining together our community and our schools through working in the garden, said Ann Warren, Pine Tops Community Garden volunteer. For several weeks each spring, Second graders from G.W. Carver Elementary School in Pine Tops participate in a Monday afternoon garden club. In conjunction with lessons and activities from the Down East Partnership for Children, students can explore making healthy choices and participate in planting and growing food. We believe that healthy children are more successful children, said coordinator Patty Allen. Funding support from the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program and the United Way enabled this organization, this effort down in Pine Tops to work with selected schools in Edgecombe and Nash counties. Funds helped this group to provide program materials and gardening items such as mulch, plants, and seeds. For several weeks this spring, second grade classes at Carver have benefited from the garden club. Club activities focus on literacy, taste testing, active living, and gardening. Students learn vocabulary words through stories on planting, growing, and harvesting. Taste testing gives students a chance to try the vegetables they are planting. Students learn about the importance of exercising and making healthy choices through active living activities, as well as designing food plates. Students discover gardening by assisting with the planting. All lessons are taught aligned with the North Carolina Standard Course of Study for the second grade level. So not only is it beneficial in so many ways, entertaining in so many ways, it is very educational as well and fits right in with the curriculum of a second grade public school. This is a hands-on learning experience for our children, and we are committed to growing happy, healthy, and hopeful children. With help from the students and volunteers, the community garden has planted onions, potatoes, cabbage, squash, zucchini, okra, corn, tomatoes, green peppers, and cabbage plants. Partnering with the Pine Tops Community Garden has been such a positive experience for the people at this school. Our second grade students are given the opportunity to take what they're learning in the classroom and actually see it happening in the real world by actually planting, cultivating, and harvesting their own food to share with their families. Students and volunteers take home the goods they plant and harvest. Vegetables are also given to the ECU Health, Family Medicine, and the Pine Tops Police Department. This is a way to bring the community together. It gives people a chance to work in the garden and a chance to help people that do not have access to fresh vegetables. So this is a good thing in so many ways, and we applaud this community outreach. I see my time has run out. I've enjoyed being with you. I look forward to being back with you next week. Have a good week, and God bless.